friends. These days we are learning about excretory system, the structure of kidney, nephron and its function. In the previous video we learnt about what is dialysis, right? All of us want to live with healthy kidneys. Born with healthy kidneys and die with healthy kidneys should be our motto. Of course, it is my motto. What about yours? So, in order to have healthy kidneys, we should follow certain habits so that we can keep our kidneys healthy. So this is Veena and you're watching Veena's Educate. In today's video, we shall learn what are the habits that we can adopt so that we can keep our kidneys healthy lifelong. So let's begin. The first point here I have written certain points which you have to avoid, and this side I have written certain points which you have to adapt. What are the foods that you can avoid? You should avoid canned foods. Canned foods, they contain high sodium level. No doubt they are rich in vitamin and minerals, but they have high sodium level. So that is the reason you have to avoid canned foods. And if you are taking any canned food, just check for the label. What is the quantity of sodium present in the food which is there in the can or packet? Okay, so try to avoid canned foods and try to avoid highly processed foods. Highly processed foods, they are having no nutrients, no minerals. Their nutrient and mineral content is very low. They are low in fiber, and not only that, in addition to that, many ingredients are added so that it can add like artificial colors and artificial flavors are added to the food. So actually the food what you are taking, the highly processed foods, they do not have actually the nutrients what is required for your body. So try to avoid highly processed foods and try to avoid restaurant foods. Then what should you take? Yes, it's better that you take home cooked meals. Home cooked meals are the best. Sometime if you want, you can go for a restaurant and have one of these canned food or processed foods, but try to avoid such type of foods. The second point is avoid high salt diet. Your diet should not have high salt content. Your diet should have low salt diet, and when your diet is having low salt content, then it will control your blood pressure. It will slow down kidney damage, because if your blood pressure becomes high, slowly it damages your kidneys. So that's why your diet should contain low salt in it. The third point is minimize high protein foods. Minimize high protein foods. Proteins are really required, no? All the children require it for growth, and even adults also require it for growth and for the repair of their body. But then why it is told that minimize high protein foods? It is to minimize, make it less. High protein foods like meat, egg, milk products can be made less, and try to take up low protein foods like grains and vegetables. Why it is told that try to minimize it? Because when you eat the end product, that is the waste product that is produced from proteins, is nothing but urea. And when you are continuously taking high protein diet, more of urea as waste is produced in your body, and it keeps a stress on the kidney for removing the urea, the extra urea from your body, and the urea starts circulating in your blood vessels. That is why it is told that minimize your protein intake. Protein is very good for our body, but minimize it. The fourth point is avoid eating products which contain refined sugars. Refined sugars like cakes, pies, cookies, candies, pastries, these all are having lot of refined sugar. So try to avoid those, and instead you replace them with fruits containing simple carbohydrates. So take such type of fruits which contains simple carbohydrates so that your kidney can function well for lifelong. Next, the fifth point is high sodium foods. So try to avoid foods that are having high sodium, because they damage the kidney. What are the foods that can contain high sodium? Like potato chips. Nowadays many children are very fond of potato chips, and also try to make it less, reduce it. The potato chips, then processed cheese, processed meat, then canned vegetables, canned soups, frozen dinners, all these foods, they contain high amount of sodium. So try to reduce such type of foods. And according to the health authorities, it is said that the sodium required per day is 1.5 grams to 2.3 grams. So that is why if you are taking foods that are if you have to avoid foods which are containing high sodium, then what should you take? Instead of that, you can take like spices. You can add spices to your food. Add less sodium and add spices to your food. What are the spices? These spices, they add flavor to your food. They add taste to your food, and they increase your quality of food. So like spices like bay leaves, parsley, oregano, coriander, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, pepper, all such type of foods, when you add, they add flavors and less of sodium. This will make your food perfect, and this type of foods try to adapt. Next, the sixth point I would like to tell you is avoid high phosphorus foods. Phosphorus is a mineral that is found in the bones. Phosphorus and calcium both together are the building blocks of our bones, but high phosphorus in our body can cause a lot of damage to our body, and high phosphorus is usually found in foods like fast foods and bottled drinks. And if the phosphorus levels in our body becomes high, they drain out the calcium from our bones and making our bones weak. And also it can lead to calcium deposits in our blood vessels, in our eyes, in our liver, etc. And over time it can lead to heart attack, stroke, or even death. That is why it is better to avoid high phosphorus foods. And according to the health authorities, the phosphorus that is required in our body is between 2.5 to 4.5 milligrams. That is why take foods that are replace them with soft drinks, sharbats which you prepare at home, and then fish, nuts, foods that are naturally available. So replace these high phosphorus foods with the low phosphorus foods. Next point is the seventh one, that is high potassium levels in our body. The kidney, actually the function of the kidney is to maintain the potassium level in our body. High potassium, it can cause irregular heartbeats, and it can also cause muscular cramps. And if the potassium levels goes down in our body, it can make our muscles weak. So the potassium level in our body should be in a balance. So what are the foods that contain potassium level in balance, that is or low? They are like apples, watermelons, cucumber, grapes, cherries, and no doubt the home cooked meals. Home cooked meals are always the best. So overall I can tell you that take foods that are low in sodium, potassium and phosphorus. Maintain a balance between these minerals, because if these minerals become high in our body, it forces the kidney to work hard and produces a lot of stress on the kidney. And the next point is take plenty of water, which will flush away the waste and toxins from your body, and your body will be kept clean. And hope this video is very useful to you, and try to adapt certain foods and avoid certain type of foods. So thank you friends for watching this video.